Hey everybody, welcome to Shooting Gear Reviews, straight up guns and gear reviews. Today, I'm giving the people what they want. The Gamo Urban versus the Gamo Arrow. Two Gamo PCPs, brand new one, just introduced this year, coming out probably June. And the Gamo Urban, trusted old classic, been out for a while. Which one's better? You guys are gonna have to stay tuned and find out. Now, today we're going to go ahead and shoot these at 25 yards. We're going to shoot them at 50 yards. I'm going to shoot both over the chronograph. We're going to see which one gets the most shots per fill, which one has the most power. I'm going to be shooting some H&N pellets, the 15 grain Baracudas to be exact. We've got the exact same scope on both of these. This is the ATN 5-15 LTV. Very nice scope. Works great actually on both of these guns. Love this scope for these guns because to me these are perfect pesting / ratting guns. And this 5-15 is a lightweight night vision / day vision scope that really works great on both of these guns. So to keep it fair, shooting the same scope on both guns, same pellet. So there you have it, guys. That's what we're doing. Which one's going to come out on top? I don't know. You guys are going to have to stay tuned and find out. This is going to be exciting. Let's get her done. All right, so let's just talk for just a minute about these guns. Just real quick, the Gamo Urban, if you're not familiar with it, this is a 22 cal PCP. It's got a rear bolt action right there. Yep. Got a safety in the trigger. Nice dual stage trigger. Right now it sounds like turd because it's very much out of air. I just finished doing the chrony test. You guys are gonna have to stay tuned and see what happened on that. It does have a sound dampening system here at the end, but an unshrouded barrel. We've got a 10-shot mag in 22 cal. We've got a nice sort of thumb hole stock Gamo Arrow. We've got 10-shot mag again, 22 cal. We've got same pretty much trigger, 2-stage trigger. This one breaks just a little bit sooner. This one, however, has this really cool sort of dovetail shaped rear cocking lever that is completely ambidextrous, as in like all the way ambidextrous. That's cool. So I kind of like that better. It is plastic, but I think that's more versatile. We've got a fully shrouded barrel and this thing still has air in it. And I mean, it's like, guys, there's nothing. You can't hear like you hear the action. That's it. There's such low sound on this that this is, I'm gonna definitely say right off the bat, wins in the sound category. So anyone wondering about that, right, cat's out of the bag, right out of the gate here. Gamo Arrow all the way, way quieter than the Urban. Just whatever they did, quieter, much quieter. I think it's probably because you're able to use this shroud to direct a lot of that air back, you know, down, whereas this, all it has is just the whisper doinker on the end, you know? Anyhow, one other cool thing that this gun has that the Urban does not is it has iron sights I always like to have iron sights. Just, you know, what if something happened to your scope, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Trusty old iron sights. It's nice to have them. So there you go. That's my 2 cents. Now, back to the Urban for just 1 minute here. Gotta mention, we do seem to have a lot more metal going on here. This whole breech is all metal. The mag has metal on the mag, whereas this is a plastic mag. So, and even just holding the gun, it's heavier. We'll throw them on the scale here and see, but you know, because they've got the same scope, so I mean, should be a fair trial here to see which one's heavier. But I'm telling you guys, this one right here is heavier. All right, first here we've got the Urban on the scale, and there it is, 9 pounds. 9 pounds for the Urban. Go. 8.5 pounds for the Arrow, half a pound lighter. As you can see there's not any real super clear winner on the weight. The Arrow is a half a pound lighter, but in my opinion, I like the stock better on the Arrow. To me, it works better on the bench. This one, it just sits a little bit higher. This one's got a little lower profile. So as far as for shooting from a bench, this one's a little more top heavy and feels like it's more prone to kind of teeter totter like that. This one, low profile, rock solid, and just a little bit shorter. You know, a little bit shorter, but to me, this is just the more comfortable stock. I like the design. I like the little thumb rests back there. I like the action. I like what they've done with it. I think it's an improvement over the Urban. So there you go, guys. I think the Gamo Arrow wins in the weight and the stock and just fit and feel of the gun. All right, you guys just saw it happen, but let's talk about them real quick. This was our 25-yard group with the Urban. Man, fantastic group. Really, really nice group. But just about as good a group there with the Arrow. And in fact, if you take that shot out, which I know I pulled, I'll replay it for you in the footage. I just pulled it to the right. For me, for whatever reason, that Arrow on my trigger pull, I have a tendency sometimes to move it to the right. Anyhow, if you take that guy out, I mean, I think that group's almost marginally better. So at 25 yards, couldn't call a clear winner, of course. Both just great shooting guns. Let's move it back to 50 and see what happened. Well, today, again, we had that one sort of flyer shot there. But if you take out that one sort of flyer, again, we've got just about a one whole group down there with the Arrow versus this sort of elongated raggedy thing there that we got out of the Urban. Guys, neither one of these groups is bad, especially when you consider the price of these guns. And I haven't had that Urban out in a while. Might need a little bit of cleaning, but really neither here nor there, because I think this is a fair representation of what the Urban could do. And again, shooting all these with the H&N Baracuda 15s. Those are some great pellets, guys, and really fantastic results here today with both. But I'm just gonna call, I think the Arrow shot better. Let me know in the comments what you think on the accuracy, but to me, the Arrow is the winner. All right, so the last test we did in today's video is the Crony testing. Now, I know you guys were obviously anxious to see which gun was more powerful, and truth be told, the Gamo Urban is slightly more powerful when it is at the peak of its shot curve. Now, neither of these guns are regulated, but the Urban definitely has a much more significant shot curve than the Arrow. If you guys have been paying attention to the numbers down below there, we just started off at a little bit over 800, and now we're already to below 700 feet per second. Now, granted, here at 25 yards, we are still pretty much hitting the mark, making a fairly decent group here. You know, I wasn't trying to shoot for a group, really. I was just shooting fast, trying to go ahead and get these shots over the chronograph, and it added up to right about 30 shots to the fill overall what I shot in the whole video. Now, moving on over to the Gamo Arrow, you guys will see that this guy not only has a much better consistency over the chronograph from the top of the fill to the bottom of the fill, but the gun also delivers a 50 plus shots per fill. That's 20 more shots per fill than the Urban. Sure, it's maybe slightly less powerful, but the extreme spread is nowhere near what you're getting on the Urban, and obviously that's going to give you much better accuracy, much better reliability. I'm going to call the Gamo Arrow the clear winner in this category. Sure, it might not be as powerful, but I'll gladly trade those couple of foot-pounds for this kind of consistency. We're going to set this guy down for a while, and we're going to move on to his predecessor, the Gamo Arrow. I can see why Gamo hasn't been pushing the Urban too much for a while, because they probably knew that they had this in the works, and it really is just all around a better gun. So there you have it, the Gamo Urban versus the Gamo Arrow 22 cal PCP Gamo head-to-head show-off, and there it is, the winner. The Gamo Arrow came out on top. Thank you guys so much for joining me here on Shooting Gear Reviews. If you want to thank me, definitely check out the links in the description below. There's ways that you can not only, of course, get cool stuff for yourself, but send a little bit back my way here to Shooting Gear Reviews. Lets the sponsors know that, hey, you're liking the videos, the stuff is working, so you're checking out the links in the description, all that good stuff. So click away down below, guys, and I'll see you next time.